said is correct. And all that Director System Operations has said is correct. So I only speak about the development part of it. So these projects actually are not cheap projects. They are very expensive projects. So we have prepared what we call the high-level cost estimates for those projects. So the Eastern Corridor project, as you rightly said, from Asiepe, Ho, Kajebi, Salaga, Pandai, that's the eastern side of Ghana. We foresee expanding some substations in the Volta region, upgrading them like the Pepe, Asiepe, those ones. And then Salaga and Pandai may see new substations. And we'll have to work with GRIDCo to ensure that they are able to evacuate from these substations so that, as you rightly said, the voltage in the house of the ordinary person to switch on a fan or put on a fridge would be good enough. So we have done the cost estimates. We forwarded same to the Ministry of Energy. They wrote back to us telling us to initiate the procurement processes. So now, so the project cost about $353 million. And we foresee undertaking it in phases. But before the government of Ghana can accede to any loan for this project, we have to do what we call a feasibility study and an environmental and social impact assessment. The feasibility study gives us the true cost of the project in terms of the high-level designs they will do, and then the systems, the layouts of the substations and all that, and how to evacuate safely, and the transmission line characteristics and all that. The environmental and social impact assessment will be done. The key thing there is the resettlement action compensation. Because once it's a transmission line, you are taking people's houses, people's lands. And now when the funding agencies come, first of all, they want to see how socially responsible you are before they'll even give you the money. So management has tasked us to forward, in fact, the project to a unit in GRIDCo called the Project Implementation Unit. That unit deals with donor-funded projects. So it's been transferred to them. We've worked with them. We've prepared what we call the request for expression of interest to select the consultants. And after that, the consultants will then do the studies. And then based on the studies, banks like probably World Bank, AFDB will then come work with government and get the loans signed. But because of the size of the projects, we are trying to see what we can do little by little, like Bever Substation, for instance. Saudi Network Services Director is here. He's already asking us to install the transformer that is at that substation, sitting there now. And so going forward, we'll be doing things like that, looking towards the bigger project starting somewhere probably in 2027, because to do the feasibility study and the RAP, the environmental and social impact assessment, we need about a year. And then that is where I liked what you said about the challenge. So the challenge here is that currently with the PFM Act, you need to seek approval, financial clearance, before you start any of these projects. And that is what our Deputy Chief Executive Finance and Resources is working on. So we've given him our financial plan for all the projects and the procurement plans. We are praying that he can get the clearance so that we can issue the request for expression of interest. However, if from here, you can probably put in a word and we can get a call. You will see the REOI in the page.
He's watching you. The minister is watching you.
You will see the REOI. For us, we want to really try and start the Eastern Corridor project yesterday because of the lead time in procurement.
But the Volta regions were waiting for you yesterday.
Okay.
They're waiting for you since yesterday to start recording.
I'm not saying that.